Today, our fundamental question is it ethical for schools to use artificial intelligence to monitor students' behavior and academic performance? This question is becoming important because many schools are introducing AI tools that analyze attendance patterns, detect cheating, or even track students' focus during online exams. These tools promise efficiency, but they also raise ethical concerns. What we are discussing is not simply technology, but the values behind education, trust, privacy, fairness, and responsibility. So let's explore this together.
To make this more concrete, imagine a classroom where the school uses an AI system that tracks students' facial expressions during online classes. The system flags students as distracted or engaged based on where they look, their posture, or how long they blink. A real example occurred during remote learning. A student was marked unfocused multiple times simply because he was taking notes on a notebook raised off screen. The algorithm interpreted his downward gaze as a lack of attention. This affected his participation grade even though he was working hard. The teacher later admitted she relied too much on AI dashboard instead of observing the student herself. This case shows the promise and the danger. The AI tries to help teachers, but it can also create unfair judgments when misinterpreting human behavior.
Okay, this example highlights a major ethical tension. Let me ask a deeper question. Is improving learning outcomes truly worth reducing student privacy and autonomy? We often assume AI is neutral, but algorithms can reflect the biases of the data they were trained on. If the AI misinterprets normal behavior as distraction, the system ends up defining what good learning looks like without understanding context. So we should question who owns the data collected about students, how long is this data stored, can students, especially minors, give meaningful consent? What happens if the AI labels a student incorrectly? And most importantly, does monitoring help learning, or does it pressure students? The purpose of education is not surveillance, it is growth, curiosity, and development. So we must ask, is the efficiency gain truly worth the ethical risks?
These concerns are real, but we should ask also acknowledge the potential benefits that school argue for. AI can parallelize pattern that human might miss. For example, an AI system can detect early signs of academic decline weeks before a teacher notices, allowing for earlier intervention and support. That can prevent failure or help students with learning difficulties receive assistance faster. During exams, AI monitoring can reduce cheating and level the playing field. Many students feel frustrated when others cheat easily online. AI proctoring creates fairness and encourages honesty. So the ethical conflict becomes privacy and autonomy versus academic integrity, safety, and early support. Some educators argue that AI is not meant to control students, but to help teachers manage large classes where individuals' attention is challenging. Maybe the problem is not AI itself, but how much authority we give it and whether we allow it to replace the human judgment.
That's a good point, but let's dig deeper. When AI intervenes or labels a student, who is accountable for if the decision is wrong? Teachers, developers, the school administration. Another issue is the psychological impact. If students know they are constantly monitored, does that create a healthy learning environment or one based on fear and pressure? Studies show that excessive monitoring reduces intrinsic motivation. When students feel watched, they behave to avoid punishment, not to learn. So maybe the fundamental assumption we must question is whether constant monitoring aligns with the purpose of education, and does surveillance produce better students or just quieter ones?
That's true. Monitoring can create anxiety rather than improvement. A balanced approach might be necessary. AI could be used as a tool to support teachers, not to police students. For instance, AI could highlight struggling students without labeling them, offer personalized learning recommendations, help teachers identify learning gaps, and improve accessibility for students with special needs. If AI is designed to empower rather than control it, it becomes less of a threat and more of an educational assistant.
Exactly. The ethical question is not whether AI is good for or bad, but where we draw the line. We should not allow AI to become an authority that defines student behavior or punishes students. Instead, AI should remain a supportive tool. So perhaps the solution is AI can collect minimal data, only what is necessary. Students and parents must be informed and able to opt out. AI should never make final decisions, and human educators must remain at the center of judgment, responsibility, and care.
I agree. Our shared judgment is that AI in education can be ethically acceptable, but only under strict conditions that protect students' dignity, privacy, and well being. To summarize, AI should assist teachers, not replace them, give insights, not verdicts, be transparent and limited in data collection, support learning rather than enforce obedience. If these principles are followed, AI can enhance education without compromising students, right? But without these safeguards, AI monitoring becomes ethically problematic and risks harming the student it aims to help. Thus, AI should remain a tool for empowerment, not surveillance, and the human judgment must always remain the foundation of education.
Mm.